China's fastest growing electric car brand called Zeekr have just revealed their Tesla Model Y rival. It's directly intended to challenge the Tesla Model Y's dominance in China. Now, this year, the best-selling EV in China is the Tesla Model Y. Zeekr, well, they're basically going after a lot of these Model Y owners or buyers, but not just them. They're going after people who are smart with their money and want to buy the best technology that they can get. Speaking of technology, this new EV from Zeekr, it's packed with some pretty impressive technology, including apparently the new Golden Aegis Short Blade Battery, which has an incredible battery density for a lithium iron phosphate battery, plus the ability to charge at speeds that we just have not seen before in America, Australia, or Europe. This car will be coming to global markets, Australia, Thailand, Europe, many countries, apparently around 50 different countries worldwide. So this would mean it would be the fastest charging EV you can buy in almost every one of those countries that it will go on sale in. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. It's fantastic to see you. And if you'd like to, you can join our members, become a part of our YouTube member section. You do get access to some videos that are not seen on the regular channel. Who are Zeekr? Well, Zeekr is an EV brand. They are a sister brand to Volvo. Many of Zeekr's EVs, in fact, almost all of them, are made on basically the same production lines as Volvo EVs are. The parent company of both Volvo and Zeekr is Geely, who are the fastest growing car company in the world this year. The new Zeekr 7X, that's what it's called. That's the official name, the 7X, or 7 Cross, 7X, I don't know. 7X, let's just go with that, is about, very similar size to a Tesla Model Y. It's 4.8 meters long. Unfortunately, guys, if you're in the United States, as far as I know, at this point in time, Zeekr isn't planning on selling this in America. But Zeekr did just have an IPO, an official IPO on the New York Stock Exchange. They raised nearly $500 million US. You can buy their stock. I think it's one of the best value EV stock, EV stocks that you can buy. So it's definitely worth considering. Anyhow, what else do we know about this vehicle? For one, very likely to use, it is going to be using the new Geely's new Golden battery. It's called the Aegis battery. It's a short blade battery, apparently having a short blade rather than a long blade, as in, the size of the battery pack. Shorter, they said, worked better for a variety of reasons. One of the reasons was the efficiency. They were able to make this battery have a volume utilization of 80%. That's extremely high. The volume utilization of most battery packs, guys, in your EV is normally about 50%, maybe 60% at the max. So hitting 80% is staggering. The energy density, this is also the highest energy density LFP lithium iron phosphate battery currently available on the market, 192 watt hours per kilogram. But probably more important than that to most people, not just the safety, this is actually considered by many experts now to be the safest battery in the world, is the reality that it charges at 500 kilowatt. In addition to its 500 kilowatt charging speed, you can actually have this car, this EV, in temperatures minus 20, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, and it barely affects the battery. So even in those really, really cold temperatures, places, northern the United States or, parts of northern Europe, really cold areas, the battery pack will barely be affected when you have those really cold snaps, right? Remember the time when in the US you guys had all those issues with EVs losing charge when it was really, really cold? Well, that's not going to happen with this new battery pack. What else do we know about it? Well, as you can see, it's a pretty traditional looking SUV, but it will have some problems with the name. Speaking of the name, Zeekr 7X, does that make you think, that's fine, 7X? Well, it probably will be a problem. Very likely they'll have to change the name for Europe, for Australia, for anywhere the BMW X7 is sold. Very similar, 7X, X7. I'm pretty sure BMW are not going to be too happy about the nomenclature. So that's probably going to go to court, or basically Zeekr will just say, don't worry about it, we'll change the name for international international markets. In terms of the looks, guys, I think it looks really good. As you can see, it is essentially the SUV version of the 007, meaning it has the same SEA architecture or platform. But to be honest, the SEA platform, which it actually encompasses a structural battery pack in all of Geely's electric cars that are made now, it's pretty widely used across a range of different electric cars. It's the large SEA platform. And the total size of this car, 4,825 millimeters long, 1,930 millimeters wide, 1,656 millimeters tall. In other words, it's about 7 centimeters longer than a Tesla Model Y and about 3 centimeters higher. Interior space, probably have a bit more, seeing as it's more a traditional shaped vehicle, probably a little bit more interior space than a Tesla Model Y, just to give you guys some context here. As you can see, it does look like the 007. And if you want to consider the reality here, that it's very likely it's going to have the same technology as the 007, considering it is the SUV version of that vehicle. The most expensive variants of this vehicle, right? They'll come with CATL's Chillin battery, right? The Chillin battery is currently the highest energy density battery that CATL make. They're the biggest battery company in the world. And it's an NMC battery, so nickel, manganese, cobalt battery pack. The energy density is quite high, and that means that the range is actually class leading. You're likely to get about 700 kilometers, about 400 miles of range from the long range version of this SUV. To be honest, guys, Tesla really do need to significantly improve the Model Y to compete with cars like this, because as you can see, the technology is actually pretty stunning. This vehicle will have apparently the same powertrain as the 007. So that means the cheapest version will be rear-wheel drive. It will have 310 kilowatt. That's the cheapest version. 416 horsepower, 500 kilowatt fast charging for the cheap version. Anyway, there will be a four-wheel drive version as well. It will have a total system power output of 475 kilowatt. That's 636 horsepower. In addition to that, guys, it's quite impressive, the weight of the 007. The 007 is one of the lightest weight electric sedans that you can buy anywhere. Very likely they'll employ similar technology to reduce the weight of this vehicle as well. How about pricing? Okay, we do have some indicative pricing here, guys. Price will start at $33,000 for the cheapest version, the rear-wheel drive version. The most expensive all-wheel drive, I believe maybe track-focused version, will cost $48,000 US. So 33,000 US for the cheapest version, 48,000 for the most expensive premium version of this car. I have to say, guys, I was waiting for the new version of the Tesla Model Y to come out. I was hoping to be able to buy one of those. But now that this will be a rival, I don't know. I'm not sure what to do there. I mean, what do you guys think? Which one would you go with? I mean, I don't think the Tesla Model Y is going to have these kind of specifications, 500 kilowatt charging. I think it's pretty unlikely. Technology in this will be better from a battery, probably a battery standpoint, and power output as well will be higher for this vehicle. It's a little bit bigger, but obviously it won't have the sort of full self-driving capabilities of the Tesla Model Y. I know it doesn't work perfectly, but it's still better than anything else you can get. So that's the advantage of a Tesla. That's the advantage of a Zeekr. They both have pros and cons. Guys, what do you think? Which one is going to be better? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.